Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Chatooga River. My name is Lee, and I'm going to be your videographer today on Saturday, May the 2nd, 1998. And gang, what we are about to embark on are sections 3 and section 4 of the Chatooga. It's a high water trip today, so we're going to end up on both sections with a myriad of class 4 and class 5 rapids on a scale of 1 to 6. So it should be an interesting day. The leader of our trip today is Mr. Steve McQuart. Steve is now giving a safety orientation and telling people of the importance of safety ropes and the whitewater swim position and things that'll basically keep us safe as we go down the river today. This is your raft guide. This is your ticket for safety today, and it's kind of scary, isn't it? All right, guys, the sponsors of today's video is Mr. Richard Dewberry and his crew from Birmingham, Alabama. Are you guys ready to do this?
Yeah!
All right, you know it's high water out here, you know.
Yeah!
All right, gang, we are back once again. And what we're looking at right now is definitely one of the larger hydraulics of the day. Right at the bottom of about a 13-foot slide in the Class 5 rapid that we call Bull Sluice. This is the mama rapid of Section 3, gang, and without a doubt, it's going to be interesting. Bull Sluice is a very dynamic rapid consisting of several hydraulics. The way we're going to do the approach of this one is we want to come in, and we want to run just to the left-hand side of this hole and not catch it. And we're going to come on down, and then we're either going to hit this one head on or come right through the right-hand side of it, and that'll line us up to go right down the tongue and put it right down the pipe into the main hole right down here. That's how you want to do it. First ones to attempt this is going to be Casey with LG hanging out the front. Just to the left of that hole, like I explained, right through the meat of that hydraulic, and then here comes the tongue. Lining up pretty good, right down the center. That's how you want it. All right. Nice run. If you catch too much of the right hydraulic here in the top, it sucks the raft over the right-hand side, and you miss the tongue, and then you go over the top ledge into this hole. Not a great place to be, because then it feeds you, hammers you all the way down, and then probably puts you in the hydraulic sideways, and that's nasty. This is our safety kayaker, Rob. Another one of the safety things that we bring along with us, safety people that we bring along with us. He's there to catch the swimmers. All right, next up is Johnny Elias and his crew. Steve being our hood ornament here. Nice skirt of the top hole. Just in the right-hand side of that one, they're looking sweet. No problem. Big hit in the hole. Looking good. These guys are doing a good job. Not only do we have safety kayakers, but we also have our guides with safety ropes down here at the bottom. They're also here in case we have swimmers. All right, next up is LG. Casey hanging out the front, right in the meat of the second hole. Here comes the tongue. Yeah. All right, on the move is Jim with Mr. Dewberry and his crew from Birmingham, Alabama. Paddling like madmen, here they come. Yeah, right through the bottom hole, just like you want it. Nice run, guys. Our safety kayaker, Rob's going to try to do something here in the bottom hole. See what happens. Nice. All right, here comes our Dewberry group, right through the top hole, coming into the turn. Oh, almost launching a couple of guys out there. Jim called for the all pack, needing it. Here goes our safety kayaker, Rob. Rob jumping out in front of Sarah. Yet another really large hydraulic, and this one's located at the bottom of the S-turn. Specifically wanted to come down here and catch this one. We'll see you guys in a second. All right, here comes Todd and his crew. Smallest, lightest raft of the day. Let's see what happens right through the right-hand side of it. All right. Here comes our safety boater, Rob, right in the meat of it. All right, here comes Jim. And our boys from Alabama. Jimmy's going to go for the hold. He's calling for the all forward. Let's see if they can get it in there. Oh, going into it sideways, a little backwards there. Woo, there it goes. Large hydraulics are a common thing on a Camp Creek high water trip. Here's the one located at the bottom of what we call the cheat chute. Our Class 4 alternative to the Class 6 drop further over on the left-hand side. Class 6 means unrunnable and a good chance that you would die, so we don't run anything like that. That's why we're going to take this Class 4 9-foot slide. Up first to Steve. Right through, no problem. You just got to keep it straight. That's what you got to do. Up next is Mr. Johnny Elias. You don't want to be bumping anything coming into the approach to the slide. Making it look easy. Here comes Todd. Woo, big kick in the back end there. LG. Whoa, grabbing a hold of that boat a little bit, knocking some people around, but no problem. Up next is Casey. Really nice, coming out right where you want it. Back out in the current. All right, and next up is the boys from Alabama. Nice punch in the hole. All right. All right, now what they've got to do is they've got to negotiate through what I call the human pinball machine and run the rest of Woodall Shoals. Burying back out into the current. Jim's going to turn it around and call for the all forward. Guys, we're going to up the notch a little bit more. We're going to go on down and get into a Class 4 plus rapid that we call 7-foot falls. And I'll see you there. 7 foot is a 7-foot vertical drop. At this water level, you want to come in, you want to run it from left to right, sideways, to avoid getting thrown over here into what we call the undercut wall. A lot of water going up under there. Not good for rafts or any swimmers. Not a good place to be. Here's what the approach looks like. Coming right down the center, a couple of small holes to deal with. The water is really swirly and it's hard to stay on line. And then right on into the drop. Looking from this angle, it'll really show you why you have to work over to the right, because there's all the water pounding up underneath the wall. Rafts also flip right off this knob. All right, here comes our boys from Alabama. They're going to show us how it's done. We really want to be on the money in this one, gang. No turning back now. Nice and high, right through the hole. Yeah, right past the knob. Sweet. Almost lost a couple. Loving every minute of it. Calling for the all forward, and they're giving it to him. Drop into the hole. Oh my God. LG took a really hard face plant on the person in front of him, and we also have a swimmer. Our safety boater Rob is right on top of him. Oh my God, what a hit. That was amazing. Looks like they got him with the rope. Sweet. Woo! Throwing those ropes like Spider-Man. That's what they're there for. All right, here comes our trip leader, Steve, the seasoned veteran of the group. Let's see if he fares a little better than LG did. Also going into the hole. Nice, knocking people back into their seats, but not even touching the wall, looking good. All right. Next up is Casey. Right through the hole, right past the knob. Can't ask for any better than that. All right, here comes lightest raft. He's really going to have to get these guys to paddle in the top half. They're doing it. Looking good so far. Another smooth line. The guys are doing a really good job today, gang. You got to hand it to them. All right, that's going to wrap it up for 7 foot. We're going to go on down, see some action. Is called Deliverance Rock. In 1972, when they were filming the movie Deliverance on this river, this rapid got its name because supposedly a camera raft came right down the center, and you needed to negotiate to the left-hand side over here where I am, but they didn't, and they got too far right, and they went up in that pocket into the undercut, flipped the raft, and supposedly lost all their camera gear. So that's where this came from. Basically, you need to work over here to the left-hand side. Getting in there and flipping like that can send people all the way underneath the rock, which is gnarly. Not only do we have to worry about that, but we got another large hydraulic right here. Up first is Steve and his crew. Right down the left-hand side like you want it. Punching through that hole there. Negotiating just to the left of Deliverance. Coming down into the bottom hole. Nice stop there. Oh, it's got the raft. It's pulling the raft back into the hole. Yeah, oh my God, sending people swimming everywhere. Oh, we've got 4 people in the water. They're scrambling. That'll show you what that hydraulic will do. They're in the whitewater swimming position. Rob, our safety kayaker, is on top of them. Our boys from Alabama, they just came through. Sorry I missed you guys. I was looking at the carnage. And they're going to go on down and help out as well. They're still trying to pick up the pieces. Next up is LG. LG dealing with that first hole, no problem. Just to the left of Deliverance, looking good. And let's see how they do with the hole. Punching through it. All right, that's how you want to do it. Up next is John. Gonna straighten it up. See how they deal with the hydraulic. Right through the left-hand side of it. All right, here comes Todd. Todd could have a little trouble in the hole as well if he doesn't hit it right. He's got a really light raft. Just skirting to the left of it. All right, I think Steve was able to get all those guys in and pull over, and that's a good thing because up next is Raven Shoot, and it's going to be big. All right, well, if you thought that hole that Steve almost flipped in upstream was big, check this one out. This is a rapid called Raven Shoot, which is normally a Class 3 rapid, but at 2 foot 6 inches, it's huge. Large hole located right here in the bottom, and another one located right here in the top. There's 2 different ways you can run it. You can run the haystack right here in the center, punching right through the apex and hopefully shooting you to the right of that hole. You do not want to go in there. Or you can do the highway run. You can come right down the tongue here, call a get down right up on the pillow, and hope it all works out. We'll see you in a second. All right, our boys from Alabama, they're going to show us how it's done again. You really want to be on the money in this one. Jim calling for the all forward. This first hump takes a punch. Here it comes. Bam, right into it. Surfing to the right, looking good. That was a perfect run, guys. Nice job. Looks like these guys are going to go for the haystack as well. This is Steve and our new members of the Chatooga swim team. They just fished out of the water. Here comes the first hit. bam, right into the apex, right to the right. Another nice line. All right, up next is John. Catch a little piece of the right-hand side of the hole, but that was sweet. Up next is Casey. She's going in the hole, in the hole. Oh my God. Oh, Casey's out. We got some people out. I don't see anybody else in the hole. There they are. All right, we got ropes going everywhere. Oh my God. That is not a good place to be, and the swim's not good either. We really need, we got 2 people left in the raft, and we still got heads bobbing downstream. Not a good situation. There's Casey and another person. They've got their feet up, so that's good. But Rob's gonna have to get these other people over before they go into what we call the tunnel of love downstream. High-fiving each other, but it's not over. All right, looks like Jim fished one of them out. Take a seat. Take it easy. Woo! Rough ride, man. Steve's trying to get these other people in. Looks like Casey's crawling back into the raft. I think it blew her shoes off her feet. That rock right behind them is called the Tunnel of Love, so they're kind of out of danger now, looking better. My. Woo! This rapid Raven Chute gets its name from this rock right here called Raven's Cliff. About a 200-foot vertical wall. One of the most impressive rock faces on the Chatooga. All right. I think we picked up the pieces from Casey's run. Now LG's got to give it a shot. There's nothing like trying to run a big rapid after something like that's happened. It puts the pressure on. Nice, good power strokes coming in, right into the apex of that. Sweet. Good job, LG. All right, up next is going to be Todd. He's going to catch just a piece. Oh, really nice, really nice. All right, gang, we're going to go downstream. I think it's about lunchtime. We'll see you down there. It's lunchtime. We got our deli style lunch set up here on our wonderful raft table. I think everybody's worked up a pretty good appetite today, and they're digging in. Can't ask for a better spot to eat lunch. Hey! All right, there we go. There's the crowd. There's the river. Hey, Tommy! How's it going? All right. Well, that's a nice climb, isn't it? One thing about the Chatooga, it keeps the lazy people out of here. going for the summit. All right, gang, did we have a good time? Oh, yeah! We're out of here. And you thought the rapids were bad. Holy boy. Got it.
It didn't spread out too well, though. I tried to do one of these.
Well, everyone, we made it back here safe and sound. And guys, on behalf of me and everyone here at Whetstone Photography and everyone at Wildwater, we hope that you guys had a good time. We hope that you'll come back and see us again next year. And guys, remember, each and every one of us lives downstream.